the version of trans that has become dominant requires redefining words in ways that are quite foreign to people, and also challenges the idea that like there's such a thing as biological sex to begin with. One of the trans people I spoke to, Jameson Green, trans man around 70, been at this for a while. I said, if I had to describe your transness to someone who didn't understand transness, I would say you are a female who has taken hormones and perhaps had surgery to appear as if you are male, and you live your life as if you are a man. Have I said anything there that is not true or that rubs you the wrong way? And he said, no, that's about it. Well, I get the same formulation to Jenny Finney Boylan, who's a prominent trans writer. And she said, that's terribly offensive. I'm not a man pretending to be a woman. Or a man who became a woman. I'm a woman who became herself. And so this is presents a real problem in terms of speaking in a common language. And when you don't have a common language and you can't agree on the definitions of words, that's when you get a lot of tension. And I don't know that tension always comes from bigotry.
I don't think that like you're pretending to be another gender is an accurate way to explain being trans.
I think that we were all sort of like on board with that, well, yes, you may not actually be female, but we're going to go along because for the sake of, what do we care if you live your life this way?
That's right.
We just sort of want to be nice.
What I take issue with is something that seems like it might be, a detail, but I think it's actually important. I think that it's not that it's like this pretending thing or I want to live my life as. I think that many trans people feel that this is how they were born and that they're now living the life that they were supposed to live in the body that they were supposed to be born in.
I don't think anything I've said negates that. I mean, we can get into all like the different sort of types of trans, and this is a lot. But if you just take what trans sort of original traditional trans said,
OG trans
as it describes itself, this feeling that one is in the wrong body, you can describe that in language that I think is accurate. And I don't know, that it is a phenomenon we don't understand completely. It is this phenomenon where people have a conviction that they are in essence the sex opposite to what their body is. So the fact is, though, that sex is something that has a definition. It has a physical, like body-based definition.
Biological.
It has a biological definition. And so, I hate that the person who got to claim this question is Matt Walsh, because Matt Walsh is so hateful.
Such a creep.
But because like the left has not looked at this question, it's ceded it completely to the right. And so Matt Walsh gets to make the documentary where he asks, what is a woman, instead of someone who's a little less brimming with contempt.